Big ass tubs of dip. I'd have to say it's about time. I've been trying to expand a little bit more. And what I mean by that is try to find dips that are a little bit more obscure or that they don't sell in my area. And what I've been doing is going to stores that I have never been to. And let me just get this out of the way because it's getting on my nerves. If you're a tobacco store, if you claim to be a tobacco store, and I walk in your fucking store and you have a bunch of cigars and cigarettes but you don't have dip, you're not a tobacco store, you're a smoke shop, so blow it out your ass. But I went to a smoke shop yesterday. First time I've ever been in an actual smoke shop. And I was expecting maybe some tins. But what I found in there weren't tins. What I found in there were things that I never expected to see sold around here, because I didn't think they sold them around here. But what I found were big ass tubs of dip. That's right, Stoker's tubs. Take a look at that. I finally have gotten my hands on them. Never thought I would. And obviously I got a wintergreen one. And I know Cope LC, I love you, but Stoker's wintergreen is my new favorite dip. It just is. I love it to death. But we're not reviewing Stoker's wintergreen today because I've already reviewed it, even though it wasn't a tub. They're the same thing. What we're reviewing today is something that, well, Stoker's mint. Still haven't opened it or anything. I wanted to open it on camera. I just want to preface this a little bit by saying I do not really generally like mint dips. I don't hate them, don't love them. I have to be kind of in the mood for one. And it just so happens that I kind of am. Oh, wow! Oh my god. Before we get fully started, I just want to know. Tobacco here is fairly expensive. Now, if you're in Canada, obviously it's not, but compared to the South, I want to know how much one of these tubs costs down south, wherever you live. Because here they are $36.99, which in Massachusetts is a good deal, but some of you down south are probably like, holy shit, that's ridiculous. Not for us. Skull around here is $9 to $10 now, ever since the tax went up $1, so it's not too bad. 10 tins worth of tobacco for 36. It's not too bad. But let's get started with the presentation. These tubs are like, they're so much bigger in person. Like, I knew they were big already, but actually holding one, it's like, holy shit. Looks very nice. I like the design of these tubs. They look good. So let's open it up. Rip along the perforation here. I have OCD, so I'm gonna try to rip it as perfectly as I can. Because you know how I am. I'm a neat freak, I have OCD. Well, at least OCD tendencies. I don't know if I actually have OCD, but I have serious OCD tendencies. Okay, so it didn't rip perfectly, but it ripped pretty good besides this one little part right here. Okay, so obviously I know what's inside. I know what it's like inside because I already opened up the wintergreen one, but we're just gonna kind of pretend I haven't. Well, not really. Okay, so right off the bat, this is something that wasn't in the wintergreen one. Register to win, Stoker's, it's a little packet. This was not in the wintergreen one. Let's see what this is all about. It's kind of slippery because there's dip all over it, or, yeah, well, yeah, slippery, I guess. Nothing that a handy-dandy Swiss Army knife can't do, right? Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be a longer video. So for you, those of you who like my longer videos, well, here you go. Because there's more to cover, because it's different. It's not just a tin, it's something else. You know, it's a big ass tub of dip, so it's gonna take more time. Hunt with Bobby sweepstakes. Hunting is the best getaway, I know. Okay, so register at Stoker stuff. You have to be over 21 for any of the dip websites, which to me is retarded, because you have to be 18 to dip. Why do you have to be 21 for the websites? Yeah, so it's just a little, you know, something, nothing that's of interest to me personally. But now that we're inside the tub, I find this to be the coolest thing, and I already knew about this, but I find it to be the coolest thing, how it's a tub, and they give you a plastic tin so you can take some on the go and you can pack it, even though you don't need to pack this stuff. I don't know why, I find this to be the coolest fucking thing. I just do. I just find it so cool how they provide a little tin for you. And it's like a plastic tin, an old school tin, you know, back when, you know, like Grizz had the plastic covers. It reminds me of those days. You know, they still have the warning labels and stuff, but like the design is similar to the singular tins, which would be, you know, the metal lid, if you just buy a regular tin of it. But no side label, which is kind of funny looking. And, you know, sale only allowed in the United States, 100% U.S. tobacco, you know, National Tobacco Co. LP, Louisville, Kentucky. So, you know, all that good shit. Nice and clean in there right now. And I'm not so sure how well you can see it. I'm not sure how the lighting looks, but it's full to the brim, pretty much. Ooh. Hopefully you can see it, I don't know. It's very dark too, so that probably doesn't help it. Okay, enough on the enough on the presentation. We're already like 7 minutes in. Might be a little bit less edited down, but okay. So it smells just like a mint dip, which I don't really like too much. Definitely reminds me of the smell of like a Grizz. Well, yeah, I guess it smells kind of like Grizz mint. Not a huge fan of that. Now I'm sure some of you use this tin they provide, some of you probably don't. I do. I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense. I don't need to, I just do. Put some in there and pack it up. Today we will be keeping it real with just a plain black mud jug. Nothing wrong with the basics, right? Alrighty, let's take a look how it's looking now. Okay, so it's packed down pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a lip. You really don't need to pack this stuff, seriously. You can take it right out of the tub and it won't make a difference, but I just like to out of habit. Call me a nut. I probably am. Look at the way the strands just hang down from that. It's pretty nuts. This is the longest cut I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Alrighty, add a little bit more in there. Let's see where I want it. I'll just stick it in. Okay then. It's my first time having a mint dip in a very long time. For a little while, I loved Skull Mint, and that lasted about a week, and then I was like, okay, that's enough. But that was a couple years ago now, so it's been a while. I can already feel such a cool sensation in there, in the lip. Okay, so we have the flavor, and it has, as with all mint dips, this isn't just Stoker's, they all have like a fucking way overpowering taste of mint. You just can't even like taste the tobacco, it's just mint. Feels like you have a piece of fucking gum in your lip. Obviously a bit different, but you know what I mean. If you like mint dips, this will be good for you. For a mint dip it tastes good, but obviously I'm not a huge fan of mints, so you know, it doesn't taste great to me, but if I liked mint, it would be a good dip. Comparison, it really just tastes, seriously, it just tastes no different to me than like Grizzly and Skull Mint. They all taste the same to me. So, obviously the cut, we know, Stoker's is the longest cut I've ever seen in my life. You don't even really have to pack it. When I held it up, you see the strands hanging off. It's ridiculous. Great cut. Texture of Stoker's is quite rugged in the lip. It's rough, it's not too soft. It just has a nice rugged texture to it. Packability, we don't even need to cover that. I mean, come on. Packs together better than any other dip I've ever dipped in my life. And Stoker's, whoo, it'll give you a serious burn, especially after a few lips. If you dip fruity dips, it's gonna burn like hell, I would presume. Personally, I like it. I like the stingy feeling. I love it. Not a sexual thing, by the way. And nicotine is another huge upside, an advantage that Stoker's has. It's one of the highest nicotine dips I've ever had before. I love it. Again, if you dip fruity dips, it's gonna give you a nice kick in the ass, that's for sure. For me, it gives me a nice little head rush, which is always nice, because I don't get that from every dip anymore now that I have a tolerance. Spit, another advantage. You get a lot of spit, and it's very dark spit. It just flows like a fucking river. It's nice. And last ability, it's pretty nuts. Tonight, I was playing Rayman 2: The Great Escape all night long. I've been up all night. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a huge Rayman fan. I don't know if any of you like Rayman as well. But I was up all night playing that on my 3DS, the 3DS port, which is actually a good port of it. And I put a nice lip in before I started, and it was like 45 minutes before I took the lip out. And, you know, it was only like the last 5 minutes that it started to go dry. This stuff lasts for fucking ever. It really does. It's nuts. Lastability is huge. This is my first time having it, my first lip ever of Stoker's Mint. And you know what the aftertaste is gonna be? Mint. Ha! No shit! No, it's just gonna be a mint flavor left in there. It's gonna take a fucking while to get it out. Oh! Well, that's the stuff. Getting my daily dose of aspartame. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I have 5 shoutouts today. I'm not gonna lie, everyone who said to check out the videos, I didn't get a chance to check out every single one, but I checked out as many as I could, and if I didn't check you out, don't worry, keep trying, I'll check you out in the next video. But we have 5. And I tried to select people who, you know, are just starting out, and I happen to like their videos, help them build a little bit of an audience. First of all, I want to give a shout out, as I usually do, to Afro Dipper. He's the one that initially sent me the tins of Stoker's Wintergreen and Natural, the first time I ever tried them. Yankee Dipper, who makes great videos. T-Bone Dipper, Jeffrey Houston 72, and Texas Dipper 96. I happen to like their videos, a lot of them are upcoming, so check them out. Okay, so number of subscribers, we are up to 6,809. So to all of you, I love you, I really do. I appreciate the support, I appreciate you watching my videos. Now it's time for the rating of Stoker's Long Cut Mint. As I've said a million times in this video already, I don't have to keep saying it, but I am for some reason. Not a huge mint guy, I'm just not by nature. But if you like mint, this will be a great dip for you, because everything else about it is wonderful. Lastability, cut, all that stuff. So if you like mint, you know, it has a good mint flavor for mint. But since I'm not a huge mint dipper, personally I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Again, just because I'm not a mint guy. But the dip itself, if you like mint, it would be a great dip for you. So if you like mints, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a huge mint guy, I recommend you try it at least once. So that's that. If you liked this video, please thumb it up. I really would appreciate that. Again, I don't make money for these. I just love to see people actually liking my videos. It just makes me feel good. So if you like this video, please like it up. And I appreciate you watching. And that's this week's video. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.